to another episode of Morning Coffee with Rob. I hope you're all having a great Thursday morning or afternoon or evening or wherever you happen to be, and that you are staying safe and healthy as well. Probably a fairly shortish episode. As you can see, we've done a few little changes. I know it doesn't look super great, but I'm just working with what I've got. So we've got the lovely chat here on the right-hand side for all the places we are streaming to right now. And then if you're with Get Vocal, it's on the left-hand side here. And then as you can see as well, when I put my hand up, bloop, we have where you can find me on social media as a persistent sticky note kind of idea. So that way you can continue on the conversation if you so choose. If not, that's totally cool too. If you find that you've been enjoying this and want to share it, please do. Please provide any kind of likes or anything else that you may find to help motivate me to keep me going. That would be awesome. And to share the fun and excitement with everybody. I'm going to be looking at trying to do things a little bit differently eventually on the show as well. I do have a couple of well, to me, they're kind of fun ideas. I don't know if they're fun ideas to anyone else, unfortunately, but I am going to start trying to, incorporate a few more ideas. I don't know if they're going to be good or not, but I'm going to try to iterate some new things and see how well it works out. Because I was always wanting to kind of do a bit of a morning show myself, so I'm looking at trying to add in different aspects and maybe provide some kind of news in some sort of fashion, whether maybe at least for Canada, because that's where I'm from, or at the very least from British Columbia, which is where the province I live in, and see if we can maybe do something that way with it as well. It should be kind of fun. It's just something I've always wanted to try and do. I was going to do one every Wednesday morning, but then I was just like, no, Wednesday mornings are my days that I want to be able to do things for myself. So I just never got it going. At one point, it was going to be called the Morning Hump Day Show, but I decided to steer away from that and just try to find something else that was a kind of fun and more interesting to do as well. And then Morning Coffee with Rob came to be. Kind of funny, it kind of came around the same time-ish as Tea Time with Gary, or morning tea with Gary V, or something like that. This was more catchy because his rhymes. But I didn't realize he was doing that when I started this one as well. So it just kind of happened to coincidentally start at the same time. And then I started seeing it pop up on Periscope and on Twitch, and I was like, oh, I'm like, well, he's going to have a lot more people, a lot more followers, and I'll probably get accused of copying. But literally, we started around the exact same time. So it's just the way it is. He's got more people and more followers, so he's able to get out a lot better than what I am. And I just kind of work with what I've got, and he's able to get out a lot more further of his reach. But, that is what it is. I'm starting off, and he's been doing this for quite a while. So it's just going to eventually, hopefully, grow and become better, and hopefully I grow and become better along with it as well. That's my entire hope here. So, and this is, like I also said, it's also kind of a way of me logging my days as well. I seen that I had somebody come in and take a quick view on Get Vocal, and then they pop off, which is totally cool. That's kind of the whole idea, is you can pop in, pop out with all this kind of stuff and just kind of view what's going on. So I have to say, I went for a bike ride yesterday actually, I think this is my second one, but my first really kind of bigger bike ride, which took me about an hour and a half to get to the trailhead that I wanted to get to from the parking lot. And it was so much fun. It was such a good ride that I just can't even describe to you how much fun I had yesterday. It was just an unbelievable amount of awesome. It was just so great to be able to get onto the bike, have the dog running with me as I'm riding down. And we made it down pretty quickly. Usually, if I'm not having to stop and kind of wait for her to catch up, I can typically do it in about, from where I was at, probably in about, I want to say 15, 16 minutes, but I'm stop and wait for her to kind of catch up. We did it in about 20, which was still quick for us, being that she's getting a little bit older and it's a little bit harder for her to keep up. So we actually had a really good time with that, with her trying to keep up with it. And she managed to stay pretty close behind, which was pretty awesome. I'm not cruel. I don't like have her on a leash or anything like that. I just literally have her hanging out and running behind me. And then I try to make sure that I am stopping and waiting. I have enough water in my hydro pack on the way down as well to make sure she's hydrated on the way down. When we get to the top, because she's usually a ways ahead of me and has ran half the way, because that's just what she likes to do, we stop and wait for and hang out for, a good 30 minutes typically in the morning once we get to the trailhead, and then we make our way down. She gets a little bit longer of a break because I'm usually trying to get my gear all on and get everything done up and put on and zipped up. And that's basically it. So, Buzz Baker, I am not actually trying to sell anything. I'm just talking. That's really it. Thank you for the question. So that's kind of how we work it when we go for our bike rides on Wednesday mornings. Is the dog goes up with me, then she follows me down, but we make sure that she's able to make it down safely and keeps hydrated and keeps being able to keep up. So like I said, I do stop fairly frequently to make sure she is able to stay with me, and that way I don't lose her anywhere as well. It seems to be working out pretty good so far. I can't really complain about it. And for all the walking that we've done, she's able to keep up a lot better now as well. And the fact that we're able to take a little bit longer of a break once we get to the trailhead has definitely helped her relax, rest, and then be able to keep running and moving forward as well. Or running anyhow, because if she's running backwards, I'm not sure how she would be doing that, especially up a hill. So, but she's kept up pretty good this yesterday. So we took a few breaks. We took a bit of a different trail than what we normally have been doing to be able to take breaks along the way. And she's managed to stay along with it, which has been fantastic. I just love her to death with it. So I think she's been doing a really good job of keeping up with me, and she's being a lot healthier. I have to actually really say I attribute it to the MediPause oils that she's been taking for the last 2+ years. They seem to be really doing a great job, because at some point, I'm not sure what happened, about 5-ish plus years ago, she ended up hurting her hips really bad and wasn't able to run or walk very well. I take her for a walk around the block and she'd be laid up for 2-3 days. If I took her for a bike ride, she was laid up for almost a month. Like, she wouldn't be able to walk very well. She couldn't put any pressure on her legs or anything. So it was really heartbreaking that she couldn't go for walks. She couldn't go for bike rides. I tried to exercise her, massage her. I took her for light walks. We didn't walk super fast. We didn't walk hard. We didn't walk far. And still nothing seemed to work. My mom has a dog that was having some seizures. And so she got this stuff called MediPause, and it seemed to help him out. So we decided that we'd try it with my dog, Harley, and gave her some time, got her onto it, seen what we could do. Had her on a higher dosage for probably about a month, and then kind of reduced it back a little bit, just so that way it built up a little bit in her system, and then was able to take her for a walk. Like, I took her for a fairly good sized walk, and then came back, and she was fine. She was fine the next day. She was fine a few days after. Took her for an even bigger walk. She was fine again. Took her for an even bigger walk up, actually a little bit of a hike up on the trail system that's just in behind my place here, and that seemed to help out quite a bit more, and she was perfectly fine there as well. So that also meant we got to go for a bike ride eventually, which was super exciting. So I took her for one bike ride. Didn't take it for a huge one. Like, we didn't go up super far. We went up maybe about halfway from where we normally do, and it worked. She came back down. She was a little bit stiff and sore the first couple times, and she didn't move around a whole lot afterwards, but she was limping a little bit, but nothing too bad. And the next day she was fine. So that was great. I was so excited to see that she was doing really well and was able to get up and move about and not worry about having to be on, not have to worry about her not being able to move, having to help her around and get her moved around myself. So that was, really exciting to see, and just kept her on it, kept her going, kept her walking, and now she's fantastic. Like, she's like a puppy almost. Like, she bounces around, she laughs, or not laughs, but I guess her laugh is like a bark. So she barks a lot when we're horsing around. She's just a really great amount of fun now again. So I'm really stoked that my dog is all back to normalish. So it's been awesome. I love her to death, and I'm really glad my riding buddy is able to keep up riding with me. I can't say enough about this stuff. It's been fantastic. If you're ever interested in learning more, you can hit me up at one of these places, and I can hook you up with the lady who sells it. And I know she does it here in the shoe shop quite easily. Like, she can just deliver it, or you can come pick it up from her, whichever you prefer. Anywhere else, we would have to figure out how we make it work, but that's not too big of a deal, especially within Canada. Going into the US is a whole other matter. Just different regulations is basically why. So, but yeah, the stuff is miracle worker, especially for pets. So there's another stuff for humans, which is basically the same kind of stuff. It's pretty well set up the same way, which I've been taking, which has been definitely helping, because I have a knee that needs a little bit of extra care, and this has seemed to help take care of it as well, which has been fantastic stuff. So it's been really good. I can't say anything bad about it. It's been something that I've been enjoying taking as well. But we're coming we're just past the 11-minute mark, so I am going to look at starting to wrap up. I want to thank everyone who came in and joined us on all the streaming platforms, Facebook, Periscope, Twitch, DLive, Mixer, YouTube, Mob Crush, and all those wonderful places as well. I hope you all have a great day, great morning, great afternoon, wherever you happen to be. And I look forward to talking to you tomorrow morning. There will be a bit of a change. We are doing the Thursday Night Thoughts, but it's not going to be out probably everywhere. Oh, Robert Gaming 704, good afternoon to you. Well, good morning for me. I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing over there in the UK? Oh, maybe we don't have them on right at the moment, but that's all right. Kind of popped up there at the last moment. Yeah, I'm doing quite well. We're looking like we're getting more sunny skies, and and we should be having another hot day. We're looking at I think it was, the weather said 23 degrees Celsius today, which is gonna be fantastic. I'm gonna go hang out in my yard and do some work out there, and sit with my dog and play in the backyard. That's the plan for the day, after I get a few things done in the morning here. But that's pretty much it for my. Oh, that's great! I'm glad to hear it's a gorgeous day in the UK. I always hear stereotypically a good day in the UK is raining, but I'm going to assume sunshine because I am a positive thinker that way, and I like sunshine. Not that there's anything wrong with rain, so I'm glad everything is gorgeous over there. Hot. Pardon me. All right. Cool. Oh, that's perfect that it's clear and sunny. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, we're finally clear and sunny too. We had probably just about nearly a week of rain here, so it made everything really green and wet. It was really kind of hard to mow the lawn yesterday, but rain is what's needed sometimes, so I can't really complain about it. It's just nature. We can't change nature, so you take what you get, and you keep waiting until you get the weather that you're looking for, right? What just happened there? Eek. That wasn't so good. Oh, that's fantastic. Congratulations on being over 16 years sober. That's a massive accomplishment. Kudos, man. That's awesome. Yeah, especially at that point, you can definitely look at life on life's terms and just kind of work with it there, right? I mean, you can only change what you can change, and if you can't change the weather, why bother worrying about it? That's really cool, man. If I could give you a big high five right now, I would. So we'll give you a big virtual one. Whoosh! Fantastic. I hope. That's awesome. When I hear stories about people like yourself who have managed to stay sober that long, it's really a heartwarming feeling. I've known people who try, and it's a difficult thing. I've watched people struggle with it. Actually, my dad struggled with sobriety um, for my whole life, and it eventually did catch up with him. So congratulations, that's fantastic. I can imagine that you're full of gratitude with everything right now. Once you started getting on that train, it's all about gratitude and seeing how life is good, right? So I know if I have a couple friends that are been quite virtual high five. Thank you. I have a couple other friends that went through a couple programs to get sobered up as well, and yeah, they were completely different people before it. It's just amazing to see where they are now and where they've come from. It's quite the thing. I'm really proud of them too. Just so that I'm really proud of you as well, Robert Gaming. That's absolutely fantastic. I words can't even describe how amazing that is. Mm. But at this point, I should actually probably get running. I do have some animals I need to get fed for the morning before I head off on my day and my adventures from here on in. So if you want to hit me up and continue the conversation, you can hit me up here at Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. It's all at Eldorado. So if you want to, you can definitely hit me up there and check and continue on the conversation. I have no problem with that. I look forward to it, actually. So I hope you all are having a great day, Robert Gaming. Hope you're having a good afternoon, and congratulations. And I look forward to chatting with you all some more. And thank you for the follow as well. That's fantastic. All right. I hope you all have a great day. I will chat to you all tomorrow morning, and I look forward to seeing you all some more. And I hope you can join me in the morning or afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you happen to be. All right. Have a great one, everyone. I will talk to you later. Bye. Where am I here? See, that's the kind of story I want. Oh, actually, probably before we go here.